Good morning, everybody. It's 4 a.m. Eastern Time. It's 10 o'clock in Amsterdam, and we're gonna do an early bird show. Still with no camera on. I had that on Wednesday. It was out yesterday all day and did not have time to fix it, to do the software update or something. I don't know what's happening, but at least you can hear me and you can see my screen, I presume. So that's the main thing, I think. No, I don't think that. It is the main thing. Doom, Palantir to the moon. Jobs reported 813 today. Really curious about that. And let's see what happens right now in pre-markets. Just have a look at if there's anything going on. Got it? Any, really? Yeah. He did it. He made the joke. Well, it's Funny Friday, so send in your funny tickers if you want to. This is what we expected, this move here. And well, it did it yesterday, more or less. Hallelujah, hallelujah. It's unbelievable. So we expected something about 651. We looked at Annie for some time. And then after this move, we thought, well, this is it. Just going to sit here for a while. And I hope that you snatched this one yesterday. Good morning, Watts. Good to see you. Early as ever. We have, what is it? How do you call that in the States? It's a free day on Monday. Labor's Day, I think it is. So Annie is now giving some profits away, which is to be expected because this big rise up from 950 to 1050 made a lot of people think who are in here, okay, let's sell this. And they are doing that now. Bots are doing it now. So this is the 1 minute that you see right now. This is going on. It dropped a whole dollar in the first minute. So if you try to buy it here when it went up here, then you are in trouble. So that's pre-market for you. Okay, so that's going on. MMAT is here doing stuff. We're gonna look at MMAT later. There's a small one here, big move to the upside. There is some volatility back in pre-market. It was gone during the month of August, but this is what you want to be in the big moves to the upside, early morning, 50 cents. If you are that kind of a player, and look at this APOP, 811 to $9. So this is in 1 minute in, out, if you want that. I don't, but if you want that, then you can. This is the other side of the medal. LAC falling down, now it's trying to creep up again. No big volumes here. So if you're going to trade pre-market, be very, 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 very careful. Let us see the watch list. Well, we have a more or less same watch list like we had, It's the same watch list, whatever. And what's happening is that I did that during the month of August, trading more or less the same stocks or same kinds of stocks because, well, it suited me. And sometimes when volatility is low in August, people are on holiday, then things like this happen, that stocks don't move that much, not as much as you want. And then you sometimes be better off to stick to the stocks that you know. So this is MMAT. There will be people who are trading this as a who are trading this as a swing trade, this is just this. Everybody recognize this. I think if you're swing trading, then this is the point that you want to get in here. So for day trading, that's what I do. This is still some point 579 that you want to see as some kind of support here. The high here might give it away today, but 579 would be very much my level to see this one to the upside as a second day runner, more or less. So something like this should happen. You know, it's giving some of the yeah, well, went up here to 620. Now it's back here to its opening price. It's under its opening price right now. So this blue line is the opening price, pre-market open. This white line is post-market close. And it's going to give some away now, as you can see. So you might, I want to buy this in strength and MMAT because of, it's not the biggest stock in the world, and the smaller stocks don't bounce as well as the others do. So if you like this, and you do, then because you're watching this at 4 a.m. in the morning, then hit that like, hit that subscribe, please. And if you want to know what I'm doing all day long, then follow me on Twitter, please, because it's something that you might want to do, because sometimes I'm going to tweet something out that you might this gentleman, yes, GMAT, thank you for calling me a gentleman. I read my chat. Of course I do. I don't, and that's the only thing that I do. My camera is switched off, and that's not because I had a party last night, because it's some software update that does not concur with what I wanted to do. So yes, good morning. Can AMC hit 500? Well, why can't it? Why not? It can. It's now at 44, so yes, it can. Let's do our watch list. MMAT is AMC is on our watch list. Of course it is. So we're gonna do the watch list. This was MMAT. We also looked at a slow moving stock. I hope that some of you snatched this one. I hope you did, because here at this point, 53.12, this was the day that you could have just picked it up, and above 54.12, then you had no entry really here, because there was just this little gap up here, but we analyzed this for all the swing traders, which are also in our group, and I'm day trading this. But that's doing exactly what we wanted. And after all these higher highs and higher lows, this is new high, the new high. And what you want to see, of course, is the break above 56.30 now, so something like this. On AMC, I'm a day trader, so I look at the technicals, so I have no opinion on any stock. Okay, so this is UDR, a slow moving stock, and you can really practice your skills trying to swing trade something like this, because look at this. This is how a stock moves to the upsides. All higher lows, all higher highs. This is a big wave coming now, and what you want to see is some continuation now above this 56.30, and if it does not do that, then that's a break of trends, because it needs to make a new high here. And if it does, then don't buy it at the high, of course. So I would just wait for this one where it will go if you're swing trading this, because now if you buy it here, you are late to the party. So a lot of people bought it here, and they are just watching what we are watching now. And if it just ticks this 56.30 or it gets a little above it, And a lot of people who are in here swing trading this one after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 6 days green, they will say, okay, that's it. That's the end of the world for me. I'm going to sell it because it's up $4. So be aware for UDR, it's 56.30. If people trying to short this one and they don't succeed and you get a squeeze up, then it's an interesting stock, of course. MMAT, we talked about. BBIG, of course, BBIG. BBIG got halted here on, what was it, Wednesday. And I tweeted this one out, this halt here. So just gonna give some, I'm gonna erase all now because it's this is craziness now, this. So I'm gonna draw something that you can also find on my Twitter feed. So if you want to know what I'm doing there based on trading, of course, then if something goes like this, so, and it gets halted after it raises with 10% within a certain amount of time, you can put on your halt scanners if you want to. So if you have those, and if you're in something like this, so you bought it here at this point, let's say that you bought it here, and it gets halted here, and you have this flat line here. And if this happens for the first time here, so here you are in here, it gets up a lot, gets halted here at this point, then you might get nervous. If it halts for the first time, then there is a big chance, it's not always the same, but that it will do something like this. So we'll drop down first a little bit and then up again. After the first halt, people are watching it and, oh, it's going up, it's going up, it's going up. And a lot of people then go in here because of, they think, okay, it's up, halted up, it will go up again. So the first time that that something like this halts and you're in it, this is something that you expect. It's going up again. So if it's halted, you cannot sell it, of course, because it's halted. So if you're in here and you're up $2 or $1, or I don't know how much you're up, and what you should do, or what you could do, oh no, let me tell you, what I do is I set my stop loss here at this point. So this candle here is the last candle that made that high here, and this was the stop, this was the halts. And so what I do is I set the stop loss here at this point. This was the halt point, because I'm in the money here, it's up, and I don't want to lose on stocks like these, because they can go real crazy. And certainly stocks like these, BBIG, look at the float, 25 million float. And 25 million float is small. So big guys can really influence the price if they buy or sell here. So that's what I do then. I set my stop loss here, and then I wait what happens, because I don't want something. This can also happen. The chances of that happening are very small. And something like this can also happen within a minute. The chances of this in the first halt are very small, but you don't want this if you're in here. And if this is a 1 minute candle and you don't have a stop loss, and you want to sell, if this happens and you sell in a downward trend, then your fill will be in the market order will be extremely bad. I'm going to tell you that right now. So this is what I do. I put my stop loss up here, and then I just wait till it opens. And if it opens, just more often than not, it just you get a little pullback here and then gets back up. If it gets over that halted price, then what you can do, of course, you can put your stop loss at the halt price, the previous halt price, and then just let it run, because you're now, and put a stop loss in, a hard stop loss. I put a hard stop loss in this case like this, because I want this one. I'm not playing with the bank's money. So this one is going up. Nothing can happen to me if it falls down, because my stop loss is here. The only risk that you have is that it's going to get halted again here somewhere. Something like this can happen. And what then can happen, and that's the scary scenario, is that it opens somewhere under your stop loss, and then you're in trouble. So what you also can do is just sell 75% when it goes up, and then let the rest of the 25% just sit here and wait till it moves all the way up. Don't get greedy. I don't get greedy. I'm going to tell you what I do. Some people will make big wins here, but my mind does not work like that. And my mind works like I'm having FOMO. I know that I have, so I'm going to buy. I used to buy here again, buy here again, buy here again, and just keep buying this one, and because it's going up, it's going up, it's going up. What you should do is buy here, and then put your stop loss here, and then you're all ease in a halted stock, because sooner or later the halt will go the other way, and because people are waiting for it to go the other way, and then the halt will be to the downside. And if it's to the downside, then you can play the same game if you want to with going short here, but that's not something what I would do. So this is how you can manage a stock that is halted up. At least that's what I do. And sometimes I even look for stocks like these. If they halted and I'm not in, they halted for the first time, and I'm just going to buy it for not complete share amount that I normally do, but just for fun, to have some adrenaline going on. So that was BBIG. Today for BBIG, well, you know what I'm going to say if you watch the show more, if you watch the show every morning, because we are every morning here, not on Monday because it's Labor Day, but this is the price action here, which is now thing that you want to see here. If you people texted me and said, well, I can't read your text, so this is should be obvious. Price action for BBIG, nothing else there, because you cannot draw any normal levels. At least I cannot. So NIO, we traded NIO more than once, and I hope that you did yesterday, because this is just was a great move yesterday. Now what we're seeing here is the green one. This is 9 EMA, the yellow one is the 20, the blue one is the 50, and the red one is the 200 SMA. And NIO is the stock that does a certain move more often than other stocks, and that is that it falls down first and then gets up again. 39.35 might be too far-fetched, but you also can wait till it drops to 39.98, which is also reasonable. And if it's now sitting here just under its opening, so this drop to 39.98 is nice for the reversal long play, and 39.35 even might be something that you want to consider. So the reversal long play is this is what we're looking for here, is something like this. So it falls down, hits this level, and then gets back up again. And NIO can do this, and is known to be doing this kind of pullback and then back up. And this is The reversal long that I like to play very much. So this is for NEO. If there's some strength in NEO today, so the pullback is not there, then you might want to just play the pre-market high break. Yeah, well, pre-market, so the opening and close here are more or less the same. This is now 40.45. If in pre-market the stock is above this one, then your pre-market high will be, you have to adjust your pre-market high, but this seems to be a level to me. So 40.45, 39.98 and 39.35 are the levels for NEO. Thank you for that, Bruce. If you want to try something like that, just put in a small amount, which is so that you don't blow up your complete account. So if you're normally going in with, let's say, 1,000 shares, then just go in the first time with 10 or 50, just to see what's happening. And if you're in a halted stock, don't go in full size right away. Don't get greedy. Good morning, David. Michigan in the house. That's some good, valuable information, rumor. That's something that we don't get here in Amsterdam, NASCAR, because now here in Amsterdam, oh well, it's New Amsterdam. There's from Formula One here. And let's look at SBET. I don't know if they bet on Formula One race. I think they do. You can bet anything, can't you? You can even bet on the weather. Okay. It technicals are really scary here. Strange. Well, something's going on here at this level. You can see that. So this low is 580. This high is 550. This high is 550. This low is not 580. This low is 550. So 550 will be something that you really have to watch here, this one. And why? Because this is support. Here it's right, 544 support. Then here now it's resistance. So support here turned into resistance. And what you want to see here is that this support will hold right now. So normally, if you see something like this, what do you see then? Well, that this 550 or these levels here will break. Some people are claiming the opposite and say, okay, it's bottoming out here and it will go up again, but there's some kind of consolidation going on this 550 level, but also this 560, this high and these two lows here. So it's anybody's game right now to well, I did just make that up. So you have to be sure. I don't know if this one is hard to borrow, if it's shortable at all right now. But above 560, 550, this is what you want to see here, this move to the upside. This is a big move, of course. It will not it can move 60 cents a day, and that's nice for a $6 stock. That's more than enough. And then to the downside, this can happen here. So the two levels that I would be watching here for SBET are 560 and 562 and 550. 562 and 550. Did I say that? I did say that. Yeah. And look, I thought the chart was different. I don't know what's going on there. This is Sure Bet Casino. Okay. Let's do Sharplink Gaming. Funny. That's MTSL here. Okay, the ticker got changed. I think something's going on here. So this is now MTSL. This is called Sharplink here on my thing. 26th, and we looked at that. Yeah, names were changed here. Sharplink and SBET. So on the 26th, so if I put in Sharplink here, this is MTSL. This one ended here on the 26th, as you can see here, and SBET is here now, part of Sure Bet Casino. So you have to figure that one out if that's something that happened here or not, because this is also the 26th, and then this happened here with Sure Bet Casino stocks. Not sure what's going on there, so you really have to dive into this one to be sure that, but this is the stock that's trading right now. Nvidia. Yeah. So this is for swing trading, something that you want to see, this kind of movement. A little bit sideways, but now here it got more convincing to the upside. So there's a split. Did okay, but this high here is not higher than this high, so it's just a bit kind of sitting here and not trying to make a new wave here. So, well, this is the pullback to the 9 EMA. So it did that yesterday. And there are what you want to be sure of if so we look at this waves up. So if this is the wave to the, was this the wave to the upside, and will it go down now? Is that the case here? So this is how stock moves with higher high and high lows. Did not make a higher high here, but really claimed a new high here. So this might be the beginning of a new wave to the upside. And but was this then the high? And is this now what's going to happen here on this stock, or is this going to happen with this stock? Was this not the high, and will it go higher? So that's the thing that you want to ask yourself, of course. And then the best way of determining that is really needs to hold this green one. It did yesterday. 221.14 is that green one, and it's also the low here, 221.20. Okay, let's say 221.20 for Nvidia. That would be the line in my sand if I would trade this one. You might want to consider that this low here, so it's, if you zoom in here, this low here is 223.57. you might want to consider something like this to 23.50-ish, and then maybe you want to see this ugly wick filled here. So that's also a play that you can make for NVIDIA. So I don't think anything other than it's two of those levels will be something that you want to watch here. If it stays like this for a while in this consolidation phase, that's also something that can happen on this stock. As you can see here, sometimes it does not know where to go. Then you might want to sit here and wait for a few days, and then it might go up. So, but at least 223.54 and 221.20 are two levels for NVIDIA. Okay, we were in our watch list, and this was AMC, and someone asked me, will it go to 500? Well, it's now at 40, so you tell me. So pre-market high break, that's what you wanted to trade, but the nice thing about AMC now is, and that's why I'm watching this one more than I used to, as you know, but I did not touch this for a while because of, well, craziness. We thought this was crazy, and then this happened. But now it's trading more or less like a normal stock. So here we looked at this line here for a number of days. You know that. Here, this line here. And we traded this one also when it got above that line, and now it's, well, some sideways action, I would say here. But if you zoom in again here, this is really something that you want to watch. So this is a high, this is a high. Really almost got to this high here. Found support on this 9 EMA. Well, you tell me. I only want to buy AMC in strength. That gives me some kind of confidence here. So anything above 45 would be nice. Let's be more precise here. 44.90. Because I want to see something like this here. It's now trading 44.15, so a little bit late to the party if you get in here. So I'm just gonna wait, because I maybe it sits here for a few days. So not completely convinced that it can trade it today, but then keep watching this one for 44.90 and 48.39. Palantir, why don't we? Palantir to the moon. Well, not to the moon maybe, but this seems like a bad print to me. Always, I have to look into that. What's going on here? Okay, 26.61. Anything above that, this is what you want to see here for Palantir. So I played it only to the long side because, well, you can see what's going on here. And then your target must be this 27.58. So that's a dollar move on a $26 stock. That should be enough. So 26.60 1 and 27.58 are the two levels for Palantir. Yeah, expect nothing for space. Don't expect anything. Just put in your levels. No, you don't have to do anything I say, because that can be very dangerous. All content is for information purposes only, as you know, but just going to tell you what I'm doing here. I'm not going to expect anything from space anymore because, well, you can see why. So it was all the way, try to break these lines here. At least 2480 has to hold in order to make some kind of reversal long play here. Just can happen. Can happen with space, but this is not very encouraging, of course. But you might want to buy the dip here at 2480 forward day trade to the upside, and might even want to try this 2460 here. Good morning from North Carolina, USA. Can you look at APOP, please? Thank you. Caps lock. Oh, sorry for caps lock. Yeah, that's okay. I have that. Yeah, I don't consider this screaming at me, really. This is just a wild Dutch here on our. There are Dutch viewers here. I don't know if there are a lot. Well, I do know it because I get the stats every month. So I know there are a lot of Dutch viewers. I think 10% or so of you guys are Dutch. Will Dutch one. A lot of negative connotation with the word Dutch, so going Dutch, so that you split the bill. I can tell you something, we never do that here, so that's just craziness. And then there's also a Dutch courage, of course, drinking a lot, and there is the Dutch oven, and I can say that we do the last one. OP in the house, thank you, OP. Yeah, we talked about Annie yesterday. It was oh, Annie, I'm not your daddy. So I'm gonna do a APOP Snook. I'm just gonna finish my watch list. So and then we're gonna do the tickets from chat. So this is ATER, and for ATER we're gonna hold on to this level 650 here and try to trade it back to the top here all the way to 8. NCLH is the go-to stock here now. So now it's just sitting here in this range. Broke that yesterday. 25.11, 26.39 is something that it wants to oscillate between those lines here. So those might be the lines that you want to defend. SKLZ, this is what we wanted to see. This is what happened a few days later. So sometimes if a stock does not do something at the first time, then I put it not on my. So I have this is my favorite list, as you know, because I share that every day with you. But I also have my list. Yes, I have also my list. So something like this I also can put here on list. Oh yeah, no, it's not. So this one. these are my favorites, but there's also my list, and I'm going to put it on my list, and you should do that also. So this is what I'm day trading now, but my list is something that I'm watching on a regular basis because I think price action is interesting enough to play that. So after this big move to the downside, now we want to see something like 1244 break. Let's see if we can eat all that red away again. Maybe not today, but 1244 will be my level for skills. And then the Bank of America is trying to really put in the waves again. So we wanted this to happen here. No, well, it did not, as you can see. So 50% of times you are wrong about stuff. It's just a matter of trading the right tickers. And I'm trying to help you with that because we are at Benzinga, and at Benzinga we do one thing, and that's bringing Wall Street to Main Street. Far before that was a popular saying. So there are all these professionals, and I'm one of them, that trying to give you all the information that I have on stocks. So Bank of America does not move this much in a day, of course, but this is the beginning of the wave. Makes a new high, makes a new higher low compared to this one. So now it should at least stay for all the swing traders out there above 40, because if it doesn't, then you have a new lower low at your hands, and then you're going to the short side maybe and play it all the way back to this 200. So a lot of people are watching this now, like we are, and a lot of bots are watching this. So if it gets under this 39.88, then people might want to try to short this one back to this 200. For now, that's not something that happens, but this is something that you want to see here. So the levels here are 40.66, 41.05, and then the green line here and this high are 41.46. That was my watch list. So I gave you my tickets. Now you show you mine. We are gonna do a pop. Apple, we're gonna do Apple also. Do you add alerts for things on your list, or do you just keep watching? Yeah, I add alerts. I really do. I keep them on my list, and I also put in alerts, and not too much, because otherwise when market goes open or in 15 minutes into market, TC2000 will constantly beep and say alert, 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 and that's not what you want in the first hour of trading, because you will maybe get nervous and be afraid of FOMO. So APOP post-market, big move to the upside here. Big move to the upside. It's trying to hold this one here. So if you see something like this, and you know that a lot of people bought it here, and what you want to see then is that this level at least holds. So if this In 15 minutes, this happened from $5 to $8. So a lot of people believing in this here, and that's why this is a level more than this is a level for me. So what you want is that this level holds, because people who are in it here will get nervous if it gets under this. So people bought it here or here or here or here, and then if it gets under this 822 level, then they are getting nervous and saying, okay, I'm out. Or the bots will do that, I think. So this blue line here is your market open. This 822 was the big pop that we just saw. This is post-market close. So the line in the sand is 822, and for now you can play the post-market high break here, or if you want the pre-market high break here. So APOP definitely has some levels going on, because this all happened in post-market. So 520 is no longer a level. Well, it might be eventually, but right now the levels for APOP are 822, 893, 977. Nice call, Snook. Snook, 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 Snook. Affen zusammen stark. That's German. Maybe you can help him, OP. Apes. Affen are apes. Apple and Netflix, yeah. Apple TV, yeah. Oh, Apple is just a busy company, because they also want to build a car, the iCar. Apple again closing highs. Yeah, it's just marvelous. Apple really is. We said we would trade it on price action, but every time it's now on a high, then it's all-time closing high, because, well, it is. Nice move to the upside. Swing traders or investors should have bought it here. If you're buying it here, then, well, you can. I'm not an investor in Apple. I'm just want to day trade something like this. But for now, Apple is not on my plate. But, well, this is just such a big company. Such a great company. I don't have Apple anymore. I don't have an iPhone anymore. I don't have an iPad anymore. But it's just too expensive. Not too expensive, but it is. It has a lot of features on it that I don't use, because I only do chess online and I do my email, and that's it. Hit the like button, folks. Snook, yeah, thank you for that. Snook is a game fish in Florida. Oh, really? Yeah, it's also a fish here in the Netherlands. It's called the snook here. This is how we spell this one in the Netherlands. Okay, send in your tickets, guys and girls, because it's a ticket time. It's ticker time, it's ticker time, it's tick time, it's ticker time, it's ticker time, ticker time, ticker time, whoa. Uh-oh, FBRX, something's going on here, from 30 to 5. Oops. Annie, I'm not your daddy, some struggling also. APOP we talked about, MMAT we talked about. This is a small one, SLRX. So if you're into the small ones, then it needs to stay above the $1 mark. ENVB. There's some momentum back into the market. It's September. DNN. I had a teacher who was that's called Dennison on high school. He taught Dutch, I think, Dutch literature. Wow, these are nice moves. Wow. If you just bought 1,000 shares here just for fun, imagine if you bought 100,000 shares here, 50% up in the last 1, 2, 3, 5 days, and now it's closing in here. Real nice call, this one, Dennison. If you're into these smaller stocks, I don't call them penny stocks if they're over $1, but well, maybe you can. It's completely overextended right now, so it's be aware. Wow, this big day did not give it back here at all. There's nothing going on right now, so because you can see this is a spread now, 140, 147, so nobody's going to buy it in its right mind, going to buy it here right now with a spread like 7 cents on a $1.40 stock, but yeah, nice. If it breaks this 150, then you have something on your hand here all the way to 180, and then 157 first maybe, and then all the way up to 180. Stocks like, whoa, there it is. Nobody would buy this. Well, somebody did just now. Real small CS, real small, of course, now. Nice call, DNN. If you're into the small stocks, then I would buy it above 150. Rags to riches. That's either a Shakespeare connotation or a rock band connotation. Rags to riches. Erase all because this is the level that we left here. Wow. Really? So you saw that we looked at this one here for a while at these levels, and look what it did. Oh, this one definitely not on my list, not on my watch list, not on any list. Completely overbought right now, but well, that's okay. Tattooed chef. That's just something. If you saw this coming here and you saw this break of this break here above 200, it's also at this triple high here, then this buying this at 2040, and then this anybody who swing traded this one to the top is master chef. So it broke this high now here and wants to go on. So what should we do? Is a drunken sailor. I really have no clue, and I don't know which levels to draw here. And sometimes you have to be honest and say, okay, I don't know anything about what's going on here. And there are no technical, there are a lot of technical things that you can watch right now, but there's only one thing that you can do here, and that's price action. Can't you? So normally on any other occasion I would say, okay, this is it, this is the top, it will go down now, but I'm not going to tell you that right now. So price action is really the play here for TTCF, with a nice call. Lady Robin Hood, good to see you. Thanks for all those kind words, by the way, on Twitter and on my own little channel. And if you want to know what I'm doing all day long, and it's trading wise, of course, then the postman rings once again here. SMPC. We have a few minutes left, and then I have to get off this air because I think there's another show after mine show here. Not right away, but just trying to reach here this 80s. Be very careful if you want to buy it here. Then you have to really consider this this level here, because it is a level in many ways. So only buy this on I would only buy this on a break here. Normally this one does not move as much, but it's now moving like it didn't never before. So 80.14 would be my line in the sand to the upsides. But my prediction is now that it will do something like this here all day long. Not all day long, for a few days. That's what I think. But I don't think. So 80.14 is what you want to see. So this is already a second-day runner. So if you want to buy this right now as a swing trader, then you're in trouble. I think I would not do this. This is not the point to buy it as a swing trader. As a day trader, you can buy this above 80.14. Okay, we have our weekly Tesla update from OP, which we appreciate very much. Did you get any applications for your factory excursion? It's in Germany, so if you're not in the neighborhood, this is now you're completely right about this one. Tesla, if it will fly, well, I'm not going to expect anything, but it just might. Yeah, we talked about NVIDIA also, OP. That's AEHR systems pre-market breakout. We traded this before. That's not something that you want to see right now, but these it just sat here for a while, and now it's trying something here. I can see why you're looking at this. I can see why you're looking at this. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. I would be comfortable trading this above this 809 as a day trade here. So the spread is now 50 cents. So that's why there are no buyers here. And then you should watch this level here at 840, but that's a 40 cents move that you can make on an $8 stock. You can do that. Automotives. Well, you tell me. I would not come near this one for now. But if you want to take a risk, don't go in with the full amount. And you might want to consider this 546, but you need some confirmation that this really is a level here. So 546, okay, let's say 550, the nice round number, of course, but try to creep up now during the post-market. Not with any volume that's can give you any sort of confirmation. You're trying to catch a falling knife here. So at 550, you need some confirmation that this really is something that you want to. That this really is some kind of level. So if there's a double bottom here somewhere, then that's nice. So that means strength. If it gets above this one, this high here of yesterday, 588, then you can argue and say this with the utmost getting lost in my English right now. Be very careful. That's what I wanted to say. So if this one falls down here and this is just the peak at 550, then either you need to see that this 550 is the real deal and you get some confirmation that this really is support. If it gets above this 588, then this low here is a new higher low, and if it gets above this 588, then it automatically makes new higher high, and you can argue then that it's a little bit stronger than it was during this big fall to the downside here. But be careful. Note to myself. So and this 550 is now, I'm going to set an alert here because I want to see what's going on here. So there is a trip to the new Tesla factory in Berlin. And if you're interested in that, then you can just slide a DM into OP's thing, or you can just mail shows@benzinga.com and say, I want to go to the Tesla fabric in Berlin. And then OP will see what he can do. I think that was the game plan there. Something like that, wasn't it, OP? If it's not, then I'm sorry that I put you up with this amount of work that might come out of it. But if you want to go there and you are living in Germany or near Germany, then this might be something that is worthwhile. The opening of Tesla in Berlin, which is one of the most beautiful cities in Europe. Berlin, vibrant city, great city, really not the city that you might expect if you were never there. So I think my top list is, let me say, my top list European cities is in order of likability. I think there is, it's 1 Madrid, 2 Amsterdam, 3 Berlin, 4 Prague, 5 Rome, something like that. Okay, Pascari, I'm going to give you my wisdom on GME. Don't expect anything. That's it. And that's it for today. Have a very happy Friday. Be sure that you are safe if you're living in those areas that are hit with the amount of water with the flood, or that you are living in California and are near those fires there. There's no show on Monday. You all know that because it's a day off for the stock markets. Have a great weekend. And if you did not do that already, I cannot imagine that. If you did not do that already, please be absolutely sure to hit that like and hit that subscribe, because we all know what can happen if you don't. No, you don't know what's going to happen, but do that. And I will be back on Tuesday morning. I will be back with a camera on. I promise you that, so you really can see my ugly face again. So that's all, folks. Have a nice weekend, and may your day be green. Yeah, that's right, Wolves. Thanks for watching.